versus Gul'dan. Your soul shall be mine.
A loon give me strength.
Well, that's a good turn 1 play. And it even gives me a turn 2 kinda. I can just punch him in the face and then heal him to make a 3-2. I think this is a better turn 1 though. It doesn't get wrecked by Mistress of Mixtures, lines up okay into the Librarian. Alright. He's not gonna let me draw a card, I'll just develop this. I think I like Talon Priest over Glimmerroot here. And we'll buff up the guy that does a lot of damage. Even though it might be a while before I actually start swinging with it. Maybe it was just better for Defile considerations to buff the Cleric up to a 6.
Your magic shall not save you.
Coin Spellbreaker on that. Interesting. I guess I should make this trade. Protects this, protects value trades over here. Unfortunately, playing this guy here means my operative is not active for next turn. Maybe I should have just Glimmerrooted here instead of playing this, since the stats on this are so shitty anyway. Would have given him a better Spellstone target. Let's just spend more mana. I don't really need the card from this right now anyway. Twilight Acolyte. Kazakus is pretty good too. I could just play the operative here and then next turn could be Glimmerroot plus Kazakus. But I kind of want to get the card out of the operative, so I'm just going to play Kazakus here. Probably won't. I guess if I take a 1 cost I could play it here. But what would I even be hoping for? It doesn't seem that good. We'll just take a more valuable thing. Sheep for sure. And summon a 5/5 probably. I've had a lot of shitters die this game. He's pretty low. Seems like I might be able to push, what, 10 damage next turn with this board? But that's assuming he doesn't heal or play a taunt, which is unlikely. Okay. Probably still just want to sheep that and make a 5/5, I guess. If that's his whole turn, I can sometimes get lethal with Glimmerroot here. Or Bonemare. Could have even played it for 8 mana.
Tyrande versus Malfurion.
My beloved Tyrande.
My dear Malfurion.
Holy shit, this guy's not playing Priest or Warlock. Let me consult my stats real quick. I played 6 Warlocks and 2 Priests in my last 9 games. So that's definitely interesting. Keep Kazakus though. Keep Kazakus in every matchup. I think Aggro Druid is actually pretty popular right now. This is a good hand against Aggro Druid. So I'm gonna 1/1 copy. It's kind of a shitty one. Cleric, nice. If Cleric lives, I might even go for Elixir instead of Keleseth next turn. Looks like he's just gonna kill it. But he's not developing anything, so that's fine. The Nightmare was like Corsair and Mark of the Lotus. Okay. I guess I'm just playing a 3/3 here. I could coin out Kazakus, but then I can't even play the potion next turn anyway.
Trust the pirate's code. I'm excited now.
Alright, we are looking for that AoE potion, unless Potion of Madness is good here. Nah, Potion of Madness isn't very good. 4 damage to all minions. I'm not gonna have a board, no point in sheeping, so I guess I'll just draw 2 cards. If he has double buff here, then my potion actually kind of sucks. Oh my god, he traded with the 3/5. I feel like that has to be wrong, knowing that I have a Kazakus potion in my hand. I can coin patches here if I want to kill that guy. Denies him another Mark of Y'Shaarj. It means I can't coin Bonemare next turn, but there's no way I'd be able to do that anyway. Let's coin patches. Keep his board clear. I guess this does mean he has a hero power play if he has nothing else, but then I can still just go Operative plus Corridor Creeper next turn. Okay, I am okay with this. So I could play this instead of the Operative. It only has 1 less stat. Oh, I can actually hero power down the wolf and then still play the creeper here. Yeah, this is way better. And it sets up for the Shroom Brewer next turn. Not really sure what he would be playing that would be relevant for that he wouldn't have played last turn. Okay. Seems like a pretty clean operative hero power. These are all really good. I can play this along with Bonemare next turn, so I'll go for that. I could have taken this or Power of the Wild and just given up my hero power this turn, but I kind of liked hitting him in the head. It sets up lethal. Yeah, so I have 15 on board, 19, and 22. Might kill him with one of his own treants. I actually probably could, but whatever. Okay. That game seemed too easy. I feel like if he had played better around the Kazakus potion, it might have been a different game. But looking back on his board, I'm not sure how well he really could have played around it. Twilight Drake's pretty good against Priest. They play like Silence and shit so often though. Let's just toss it, try to find 1s and 3s. A better turn 3 than Twilight Acolyte, hopefully. Alright, Keleseth into Unidentified Elixir can be pretty nice. What's the Elixir of Hope do? Death Rattle? Well, that's really fucking good on Keleseth, right? Let's coin out Keleseth here, and then next turn we can pull a 2/2 patches and play Power Word Shield. Hopefully this guy lives long enough for the turn 3 buff. He could have Shadow Word Pain, or could have Holy Smite. Let's use patches to smack into here. He can't really expect the elixir, and if he has some kind of removal for one of these this turn, it makes more sense to kill patches because it's hero powerable. Looks like he just doesn't have it though, which is good. Alright, so he can still have a silence for the Keleseth. This would be his Mass Dispel turn, but if he's playing any silence on it, it protects my Twilight Drake, which I'm pretty happy with. And sometimes he just doesn't have a silence. I'm not sure when I can ever actually play this Keleseth, though. I don't want to play it here because it takes up my whole turn. I could, like, Kaliseth and hero power this up to a 2-3, I guess. I think I like just playing Twilight Drake here. And then next turn can be Captain plus Kaliseth. Shadow Visions into death. Okay. Looks like the Kaliseth and Captain play is still good here. Could go for a Silence to deny him the card draw, but I think this is just too good. Kill this because, like, Spirit Lash and shit. Raza. I don't really have a great answer to Raza. I mean, I guess a 3-1 into 2-2 into a 5-5 is a fine answer. So I guess I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna play a Cobalt Scalebane, and I guess a 3-5. So I have a thing that's immune to Dragonfire Potion here, which is nice. Okay, that's the real Shadow Word Death down. Not much of a turn, so I'm really feeling a Shadow Reaper Anduin coming at me next turn. So I guess instead of developing something that dies to it, I'm just gonna go for the Massive Spell to draw a card. Do I want to hero power him to make this a 4-3? I think I'm not going to. There's a 50% chance it just dies to Shadow Reaper Anduin anyway. Oh, and actually if I did that he could heal himself, which would buff it into Shadow Reaper Anduin range for sure. So yeah, healing his face there was definitely wrong.
The light has betrayed me.
He actually chose not to heal himself because of the Light Warden. Good play by him. Am I required to target if I play this? Enemy minion, okay. Alright, let's just do this. I guess even if I was forced to target with it, I could have just healed first and there wouldn't have been a thing to target. I've had double Kaliseth this game, but he had Raza on 5, or I think it might have been turn 6, and then Anduin on 8.
Is someone injured?
Pretty hard to beat that. Play out some boys. He is kinda low on life, so he does have to worry about me just punching him to death. But I think he's at a reasonably safe life total.
At last, a worthy disciple.
Pretty much the best potion he could have gotten. Yeah, this game is so over. Even double Kaliseth isn't good enough. It's a very big corridor creeper though. He might not be able to deal with it unless he just has Dragonfire Potion. I'm also probably just dead here. Alright, Massive Spell actually does a lot of work.
Let the pain speak to me.
Play more oversized things.
Pass me that arc
I haven't seen a Gnomish Inventor in a while. Why does this guy play so much card draw if he's just going to draw Raza and one on curve anyway? Double Yeti, get in there. Okay, I'm gonna stop pretending that there's a chance I can win this game.
It is finished. You win.
Tyrande versus Tyrande!
The moon give me strength. The goddess is my shield.
I don't think I really just want to keep a fungal enchanter with nothing else. This is a good hand. I've heard that Keleseth into Captain is a nice curve. Three face damage. And then Kazakus on 4, okay. I seem to have a pretty strong curve this game. These are all kind of shitty though, so I guess I'll just draw cards. Summon 2 friendlies that died. He's going into his 4 mana turn. Let's just take a sheep for whenever he plays like Priest of the Feast or Raza or something. What is this? Spirit Lash maybe? I still have a 2-1 and a 4-2. I guess I have to play the operative since this is my only other dragon. Probably just take a beefy boy.
Serve.
Kind of a shitty Master Spell, honestly. So I think I'm playing Scalebane and probably the Power Word Shield here. What do I want a Power Word Shield to play around? I guess I'm just gonna buff Kazakus, since the 2 dragons survived Dragonfire Potion anyway. Coin Psychic Scream. The only card that could have saved him. Well, at least I picked up something to go with the Akanai. So Shadow Word Pain is in his deck. Shadow Word Pain's not a bad pickup. Kills Priest of the Feast, Talon Priest, Akanai, all that kind of stuff. Even an Acolyte. So I can go for this guy plus Bonemare, and then he'll inevitably have Shadow Reaper Anduin and kill my board. Or I can go for this guy and Talon Priest, and then he'll inevitably have Shadow Reaper Anduin and kill this guy, but at least I'll have a 4 or 5 that I can follow up with a Bonemare. So I think I like this better. If I was really confident he had Anduin, I probably could have even gone this plus Talon Priest. But I'm not that negative. Wow, I actually didn't have it.
It is finished. You win.
Okay. Over 28 games, I had exactly a 50% win rate with this deck. I played mostly on the last 2 days of the season around rank 1500 Legend, so the tryhards were out in full force, and I'd say 50% is a pretty good record considering that. The only change I ended up making was cutting a Hoarding Dragon for Akanai Soul Priest. I just found that every time I drew Hoarding Dragon, I was way too scared to play it, because if my opponent was able to kill it, then they could follow it up with a board clear that came down like way too early, or a Void Lord that would just shut me out of the game or something like that. So that was just a headache I didn't want to deal with, and Akanai Soul Priest is quite good in a deck like this. I'm pretty happy with the list overall, and there aren't really any cards that I felt underperformed that much. But one change that I think could be interesting would be dropping the Unidentified Elixir, the Power Word Shield, and the Potion of Madness, basically just all the cheap spells in the deck currently, and playing a Spiteful Summoner, as well as some of Priest's big spells like Free from Amber and Mind Control that you see in the typical Spiteful Summoner Priests. And then maybe you'd want a third spell, so you could probably just play a Dragonfire Potion or something. So like, cut Potion of Madness, cut Power Word Shield, cut Unidentified Elixir. I think that's all the spells in the deck currently. So go for Dragonfire Potion, Free from Amber, and Mind Control. And then you have to make room for a Spiteful Summoner. Since we've added some heavy stuff to the list, I think probably cut Prophet Velen. So something like this could work. The Potion of Madness and the Power Word Shield are obviously very good cards. The Elixir's a little bit sketchy. But this gives you a really strong power play in the mid game. The deck was previously lacking 6-drops. And you certainly don't hate having access to another board clear in the deck. Oh, I guess there's also a Mass Dispel in here. So maybe you want to cut Mass Dispel, and like a Tar Creeper could be a good replacement. But I was also quite happy with the version I was playing. I think it performed reasonably well considering the environment I was playing it in, and I'm interested to see how hard the deck gets nerfed.